Right, I'm here with Bula. He's the head coach for the national team and the development officer. Mr. Bula, can you tell us about some of the recent achievements of the GFA and the national team itself?
Yeah, well, obviously when I took over the national squad, it was to test them and obviously prepare them in a professional capacity. They have to, you know, the players have taken on quite well to that. Still a lot of work to be done, but obviously they're getting there. The achievements is basically I needed to test them at European level, and that's the game we had against the Faroe Islands. And also needed to test them, are they've got the capacity to play what any other national side plays, which is about 10 to 12 matches a year. So this year they've played 14 international matches, which is quite good. It's getting there, but obviously there's still a lot of hard work to be done, especially you know, one of the biggest obstacles I've got is that the local league plays only about 20 league games a year. So where other amateur leagues, they'll play between 35, 40 matches. So that's hindering a bit the performance of players. Recognition-wise, Gibraltar is getting good recognition at the moment. You know, playing the matches we're playing, you know, a lot of doors I can open because of my professional background. So it's there, but there's still a lot of hard work to be done.
Can you tell us a bit about that background you've had? I know that you trained in Slovakia, a couple of teams. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I've started my professional coaching career roughly about going on for 12 years now. Started in UK. Then I got approached by one of the 3 major first division top clubs in Slovakia, MFK Košice. They wanted me to go in there as academy manager and put in structure the whole youth system. I went over there. You know, it was a good contract, a good deal. I couldn't say no. I started there and then moved up to head of development within the club itself, and that was developing the youth players and the professionals, plus the coaches and all that. And then I had gave me more roles of cooperation with international clubs. So I stayed with them for about 7.5 years.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you think that there isn't enough funding being given to the GFA and to the national team to really allow them to reach their maximum potential?
Yeah, the funding is peanuts. You know, there's just no funding at all. A lot of people ask me and tell me we want to get into UEFA. We want to do this, we want to be better than these clubs, and you cannot do it without money. And I asked them, well, what do you expect from us getting into UEFA? Some people give me the right response, other people just don't know. I know what I want if we were to get into UEFA. I want to play in European qualifiers, and hopefully one day if we do get into FIFA World qualifiers. That's what I want. That's what I want for Gibraltar. I want to open up doors so some of these players become professional. But before we get there, I've said it a long time ago, we need to put our own house in order. And at the moment, there's too many obstacles. There's no funding at all whatsoever, and it surprises me because obviously I left my previous club thinking that things were different over here in Gibraltar, that everyone wanted Gibraltar football to push forward, and everyone was helping. And when I've got in it, I've realised that that's not the case. You know, I cannot understand how football, having Gibraltar having a sports authority or system where you ask for grants for sporting, that the only way you can get a sporting grant or funding is if you belong to an international body and then you're playing a tournament which is sanctioned by that international body, or a match which is a friendly which is sanctioned by that international match. So in fact football cannot get any funding at all from the local authority, which is obviously money from the government. So the only funding that comes in is from the GFA, well, within the GFA, the members, what they pay the annual subscription. And every so often, if we have a tournament or a match that costs money, then we try and get local sponsors, but we kind of keep on asking the same ones, you know. So without funding, forget it, we're going nowhere.
And I know there's been a bit of an issue with the pitch. Can you tell us a bit about that as well?
Well, the pitch, that's been a big issue. Obviously, since I opened my mouth, all hell broke loose. You know, I had letters coming out from government saying, which they should have looked at it properly, really, because obviously that letter, it didn't have the name at the bottom of it. You know, no one actually signed. And the same way as if I make a comment on something, it's me, Alan Bula. So when someone is firing back at me, they should have the decency to put the name down. But they didn't. I know who it was. With the pitch, what I've said from day one is that the pitch is completely worn out. You know, an artificial grass that's completely worn out, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. There's too many injuries. Top clubs, if we are to progress to UEFA, then we need to play against top clubs. Top clubs would not come here and play because of the state of the pitch. They said that it's FIFA approved and all that. I say, look at it again. It might have been at the beginning, but in what category? Because there are different categories. So it's never been a FIFA 1-star, FIFA 2-star. That's for sure. The pitch, you know, I've spent 7.5 years in Eastern Europe. Top club, MFK Košice. We've played in Champions League, in Europa League, and Eastern Europe. You know, most of the clubs over there, they were like the guinea pigs of artificial grass because of the weather. So there's artificial grass everywhere. You know, there's normal grass and artificial. So at least the 7.5 years, I know a little bit about artificial grass. And the one we've got at the moment, that is a 3G, and I believe it's about 9 years old. Well, any artificial grass pitch, without being a 1-star or 2-star FIFA, the lifespan is about 8 years.
Okay.
And that is playing roughly about 80 to 84 hours a week on that pitch. We know for a fact that that pitch is used 100 and something hours a week. Not only that, but the surface of the pitch, artificial grass is done in a way that most of the movement is done along one way of the pitch. Whereas this one, because we haven't got smaller pitches for the junior football, they play every week and they play across the pitch. Schools play across the pitch, rugby when he uses it, all this. So that tears away the grass, you know. And you look at it now, all you can see is black, that's the rubber substance. And on any artificial grass, the rubber substance has to cover 60% of the grass. So you can see it's not covering, it's above that, you know. You still need that 40% of grass above the rubber. So any pitch should be between 35 to 65 millimeters. That pitch, if it's got 20 mils of grass, I think it's a bit too much. But we need the new one. We need there's 4G now, there's 5G, and all I'm saying to the government is that in order to move forward, and obviously the football being one of the biggest sports, that, you know, we can use it for many things, not just to develop professional players, like that, but for social and all that. Put a new carpet, and you know, a lot of people think, oh well, you're asking for a new pitch. No, I'm not asking for a new pitch, because the foundation is there already. All I need is the carpet. The carpet takes about 2.5 weeks to lay, maximum, 2.5, 3 weeks maximum. And if you go for the latest version, you're probably looking at about 350,000. That will last you another 8 years, which is roughly about, I think it's around what a toilet has cost. One of these new toilets, I think it's about 250.
that, yeah.
So that's what you're giving back to football, you know. Better facilities as well, you know, the stadium, the changing rooms for football, that's in a state. There's holes everywhere. There's even rats, because I've seen rats coming in and out. The changing rooms. It is in a right state, and there's